Hey everybody, Jason and Wanetah here, and today we're going to talk about how to get 6 clients in your first 30 days with HighLevel using your free trial that you can get at ghlfree.com. Why that's important, what features we're going to be offering, and why we want to keep this extremely simple. So, what do we have for them today, Wanetah?
Yep. So simple is the word of the day. Okay. You're just starting out. We want things to be as simple as possible. So, what we do know is it's so much easier to scale just one thing. You got to figure out doing one thing right. Right. And then you can actually scale that. So, to keep this as simple as possible, we're going to go with 6 clients at $97 per month. And the reason we're choosing $97 per month is because you're going to see that we are keeping this bare bones simple, right? If a client doesn't have $100 to put towards their business, then they're just not your client. Okay. At this point, why 6 clients? Well, just doing the math, if you are on the plan that is $497 a month, we want you to be off to the races in your first 30 days to where you never have to pay that 497, where you can have that, you can have your clients pay it for you, right? So you're not going to profit anything but 85 bucks, but that's a total win, right? Because you have paid nothing into this, into running your business, and now you have 6 clients.
So, we're going to start with going to ghlfree.com. Here's the page just so you can see. So, make sure you land on the right page. This will give you a free 30-day trial to get started, and then we'll show you the features that we're going to offer as well.
Nice. All right, Jason, 6 clients, 30 days. Does that sound like a lot to you?
No, it sounds actually with this particular offering, we're going to make it extremely easy. I think we got about 15 clients in our first 30 days or so. We did have a little bit of an email list, so that helped. But
Right.
I think the same offer would work with some hustle. You can get probably well above the 6 clients.
Yes, and we've put this together without having an email list. So don't worry, like we are just going to simplify this as much as possible, okay? So what we want you to keep in mind is one person, one tool, and basically one sale or one presentation, really. So we want to figure out something that you can learn as fast as possible and streamline as fast as possible. So if it's that simple, 6 clients is nothing, right? It's just nothing. You can do 2 or 3 people a week if you just know that all I have to do is just this one presentation correctly, and I'm gonna get better and better as I go, okay? So, one person, let's start there. So, who should that first person be, Jason?
Well, I always recommend it being a friend or family member, somebody that has a business or needs to get more leads for whatever they're doing. So it could be different for every person. Maybe you have a background in a certain industry, so that might be an indicator. But if not, just make a list of your friends and family and everybody and what they do. They own a business? Do they need more leads? And then you can start.
Absolutely. And so I know that there's some of you out there who are like, I don't have any friends in business. I don't know anyone. And that might be the case. Okay. If that is the case, I want you to pick one person who has social media. Okay. Which will lead us into the next point. But everybody most likely has social media. Okay. So if this is the case, don't think too hard about that. Right. You do need to build up your business relationships. However, this one person is really important because you're actually gonna help them for free, right? And we'll tell you why. But this person is going to be your guinea pig. This is how you are going to learn how not just how to set up the tool, right? But how to present it to them. Just have some sort of experience knowing that it works, how you worked it, how you're going to pitch it. Okay. And so this one person is really important. Just let it be somebody that you're going to do their social media for, right? But don't think too much into it.
Yeah. And I would say just on that point too, we're going to get into all the details of what it is, but if you're still helping a friend or a family member or anybody, even if it's just on the basic level, still treat the opportunity like you are doing a professional demo, as best as you can to navigate your way through it. That way you're not just casually talking about it to your friend and then we actually speak to a potential client, you're fumbling your way through it. Use this as a real testing ground.
Yeah, absolutely. And just so you know that they will have to have a business profile, which is really easy. They don't need to go through anything really to change their Instagram account to a business profile, or I even believe like a creator profile, right? But if that's the case and you're the only person you can think of is your little sister who is not going to take it seriously or be a good practice client, then reach out on social media. Find people who are really struggling and say, "Hey, I'd like to help you out with your social media for free." Does that sound good? So, okay, we have this one person, right? And we have this one thing, this one tool. And there's a reason why we're going with social media first. And why is that, Jason?
I just think that social media, and a lot of you are new to high level, so you don't know, but it does pretty much everything you could imagine for a business. But each of those tools has some level of learning, right? There's a learning curve to those things, and sometimes a higher level of complexity. Like the missed call text back feature, you have to set up a phone number for them and get them approved and things. So, social media is something that every business owner knows they need, and they understand what it is. And also, the setup on your side with high level is really minimal. It's just them connecting their accounts and then you're done with their input required.
So, out of all of the tools that High Level offers, social media poster and planner is the easiest one to learn, right? We're up and running as fast as possible. Okay, so we're choosing social media and everyone needs it and almost everyone has it. So we have that one person, social media, and then we have that one presentation, right? And this is so important. This is why your practice person is going to be so important. So once you understand how to do it, then on the back end, right? So just remember for all of you techies out there, there's the show, which is the presentation and the sell. And then there's behind the scenes. There's behind the curtain, right? Where all the tech happens. But people that are there for the show do not want to know about what happens behind the scenes. Okay, I promise you that. Just take it from somebody who's been in entertainment their whole life. We just want to suspend the disbelief, right?
Yeah,
So you
it's
can
really
lose somebody.
yeah, it's really easy to get in the weeds, and I am definitely more of the tech brain side. I can overcomplicate things, but Juanita is totally right. Just what do they want and show them how easy it can be.
So I'll give you an example of we have one of my very close friends is a realtor and she needed some help with her social media. And so we hopped on a quick Zoom call and I told Jason beforehand, I said, watch, this is going to blow her mind because Jason, he doesn't understand that people just have no idea. Like most people using social media, one, they are using social media, but two, they don't have a social media tool. They don't have a planner or a poster, right? But everybody has social media pain. Even people who are really good at it, they know it's a full time job, right? So I said, watch, you're going to blow her mind just by showing her this thing. And he was like, huh, I don't get it. And sure enough, of course, I was right. She was like, what is this? Like, how is this even possible? Because once you show somebody that you can post for them on all platforms at one time, that's amazing enough. But then once you just let them know, and if you notice, I didn't even go on social media. Right? And then if you show them templates, a lot of people who are just not savvy to this idea, this concept, they think that other people, when they see these nice templates or anything like that, very professional posts from different businesses and companies, they think that those people have a special like marketing assistant or director or paid a lot of money to look that professional online. So the presentation, it's all about the presentation, right? So you also want to just pitch your practice person with a one-liner question because you're going to have this one-liner question when you go out into the field and actually try to get real clients. Just that one thing of, "Hey, can I help you post on social media for free?" Figure out your one thing that gets them a duh, yes, right? Because all you want is to get in front of them in the presentation, right?
Yeah.
And so
And
when you're practicing, go ahead.
I like your line too you used the other day. How much do you hate posting on social media? Because it causes this instant response from someone like, "Oh yeah, I hate it." And you say, "Would you like me to help you do it for free for the next 2 weeks?"
Yeah.
So it causes that question in their mind, and then you have the solution for them.
And remember, all are emotional, right? So if I say, how much do you hate social media? Hate is a strong word and it's going to bring up a lot of emotion. And typically, what happens is people don't answer that question with one word, right? They're like, oh my God, I hate it so much. I feel like I don't have any time and I'm not even supposed to be doing that. I don't even know what I'm doing. And then I post something and I go out of my way and nobody likes it, nobody sees it. And then I feel stupid. They'll just tell you on and on, right? So just keep in mind you want that one question, and then when you go into the presentation, when you're working with your practice person, you're basically just going to set up the account. Use your account, or in the future we'll tell you to use your practice person, but for the practice person, just set up their account for them. Get used to that because you're going to have to do that, right? But in the presentation, you're going to want to use your own channel or your practice persons in the future, right? And the reason is that you don't want to go in there for the presentation and put them through setup that it only takes about 10 minutes, right? But like you're trying to dazzle them, right? And you're not having them sit through a technical process
Right.
before they make a decision. Because remember, they're going to base their purchase decision off of how easy this was, how enjoyable it was, how fast it was, right? So don't worry about setup. You want to have something that you can demonstrate for your future clients. So go in there, set up your own when you're practicing and you're learning how to do this. And then when you get with your practice client, show them exactly what you're gonna do for them using your own account.
Another great idea is if you are struggling to figure out how to do this and you want some more practice on how to actually post on social media and really try the tool out, you can set up a dummy Facebook account or a dummy Facebook page or a dummy Instagram account that nobody else follows. And you can post as many times as you want and see, okay, I did this. And yes, it worked. So now you get confidence that every time you're going to schedule this thing, it's actually going to post, and you'll be able to do the same thing for clients.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So the presentation, super important. And you want to use someone who is your practice client. Make sure that they're opinionated, make sure that they give you feedback, see how they react, and then just practice with them. They will give you, make sure you pick someone who could actually really use this too, because that's another thing. If it's somebody who really doesn't care, like they're not going to see the magic in it, right? But if it's somebody like, actually, I know this is just a presentation, but you really just solved a problem in my life, then they're going to give you an honest, a real feedback, right? So work the presentation and then do the sale. Make sure that you understand the sale price process and how to take the sale from high level and setting them up and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Jason.
I was just going to say, if you are wondering what you should sell this for, I can show you a few examples of places that are doing this type of service, just so you can see how much they're charging here. But it's actually not that far fetched that you could make 6 sales at $100 a month. If you look at this company called Smarcoms, I've used this example in the past. Let me find their pricing. I had it pulled up. I'll switch over to this one first. This is called Feedbird, and they do 10 posts for $99 on one social channel. They do
Mm.
15 for 149 on one social channel, and then 30, so one every single day on one social channel for 279 a month. And then they charge $10 a month for each extra channel. So Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, etc. This other one they do for $99 a month, and they go up from there. But I think it's between $99 and $300 depending on what you offer. But it's out there. It's totally a going rate for that type of service, and you can set it up so quickly with HighLevel that it really isn't going to be overwhelming for you as far as delivery goes.
Yeah. And so here's something to really think about. What we're trying to do for you is have you just up and running, right? So this isn't your forever plan, right? You're going to expand and grow. But right now, what we're trying to do is get you to a place as fast as possible that where you don't have to pay your high level fees and you're buying time basically to not only not pay 497 right without making a profit, but to also stack your skills because high level can do so much. Now you've learned social media planning as fast as possible, and so we're just getting you to a place where You can just really repeat this in your sleep. You can go and take on prospective clients and do the presentation and not think twice about what you're doing. That way, you can have mental space available to then learn something new. And we're going to tell you exactly what we think that should be.
Right. Yeah. Once you have your first 30 days there and you are trying to figure out what niche do I want to serve, what products do I want to offer, what pricing should I have, all these things can be stressful in your first 30 days. So if you can, as Juanita said, just get your expenses covered, then your mind is free. You can figure out, okay, what if I tried selling this to roofers, or what if I tried just selling this to real estate agents, or what if I only want to sell the review system? You can try all those things because you don't have this ticking time bomb of a $497 payment, which is still an incredible deal to have your own software company. But at the end of the day, if you're just starting out, you may not have all those funds available for a long runway.
Yeah, and so this is why I brought it up, and I'm so glad you said that. So what I'm getting to is in the beginning, you just really want clients. So be careful that you don't overcommit, because what we're saying here is you're gonna hit the ground running with social media, right? But you might not love this, you might want more. So don't bind yourself into a long-term contract to where now it's, wow, I have this, now I'm trying to grow in different areas, or upsell and raise my package price, right? Because now I can offer people more. And here I am having to fulfill social media. So I say this because one strategy could be, if someone has issues for some reason for paying 97 a month for the social media poster and planner, you can maybe get your foot in the door by saying, hey, I'll do this I'll post for you. So I have these really nice professional templates and I will post for you. But I would not say indefinitely for $97. I would say for the first 3 months, I'll post for you. And it's $97 for 10 posts a month, or however you just make it really attractive. You're first starting off, you just want somebody to give you $100 a month, right? And specifically, you want 6 people to give you $100 a month. But you need to go in with a plan. Whatever you're offering, make sure that it has an exit strategy. Okay. Make sure that you have an escape plan, because you're going to evolve and you're going to shift. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Just keep that in mind when you're putting together your offer.
Yeah. And if you are concerned about, okay, if I get these clients, what am I going to post for them? The best solution I can tell you, if you're starting out and you want to just start for free or for very little, is just go to Canva, right? I'll pull Canva up here, but I just put in plumbing here. They have hundreds and hundreds of posts for plumbers. So some of them are corny, some of them are really nicely designed. And you can just use these as your starting point to just have something to post for people. And then I have videos all over the channel about how to actually use the posting tool, which we'll put links down and put a little card up for that. But that's the nuts and bolts, like the basics of how to get started with this service. And then we'll talk about what to do next.
Yeah, and like with these pulled up there, they might not seem very attractive or whatnot, but there are a few different kinds of clients who are going to want this service. Okay. One is somebody who just doesn't do social media at all, right? And they are so camera shy. They're not creating content. They're not doing it, but they know that they need to do something, the at least kind of thing, right? And so something like this, you're still helping them by saying, once a week, we can check in and you can send me your specials. If you have a sale going on, send that information in to me. And like, you can help them at least get the word out that way. And they feel like they are doing something rather than nothing. Everybody just wants to feel like they're doing something. And I'm telling you, unfortunately, this works, right? Like, how many times have you, I might be speaking directly to you. If you notice our human behavior, if I need to lose weight, then the moment that I just buy a piece of workout equipment, even though I know I'm probably never going to use it ever again. Not me, I love to work out, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if I just buy something, I feel better. I get that dopamine hit. I feel okay, I did something about it. And it gives me hope that my future is going to be better. In the future, now that I have the tools, I'm going to be better. Right. And sometimes it works. Sometimes you're going to have to do that in order to change. But other times, it's just you really do help someone feel like they are proactively taking action and making a change. So these templates do work. They do sell.
Yeah, and they're again just templates. So you can just take these as bones and get their actual logo, get their actual headshot or whatever, and customize these things, especially if you're just getting 6 clients. It's not an overwhelming thing. And then as you go, if you want to scale this thing up and get more clients because you love doing this, then great, you can. If not, we have some other solutions for you.
Absolutely. And so I would say 3 months is a good window. I will post for you for your first 3 months and get you going. At least the algorithm will warm up to you, right? And then that also gives you a reason to check back in 3 months. Now you've learned something new and you want to approach them with that, right? So, but I will say this just to finish off that thought. There's another kind of person who really wants somebody to post for their social media, and that person actually takes social media pretty seriously. And these are the dream clients. If you want to do social media marketing for someone, you want to find someone who wants to do content, who really wants to be out there and active. They just really don't know how, or they feel overwhelmed by it. So if you can just convince them, man, if you are willing, you have one of the greatest cameras that ever existed, Jason, and you can just film yourself. If you're okay doing that, I can definitely help you with your social media because that person knows the value of social media, but they're also spending a lot of time and they're overwhelmed with trying to be on every single platform. So once you show them like, "Oh, whoa, I could just do this one piece of content and then I can post it everywhere on Facebook and Instagram and all these places," then they're going to be your best client. And you can also just tell them that with those templates, even though they want to do content, you can fill in and just keep the algorithm warm and running with those templates every other day or something. And you can come up with a social media strategy for them that makes them feel like they're really taking action and they have some sort of control over it.
Yeah, this doesn't, again, have to be your forever business, but it can be an easy way to get clients, your first 6 clients in 30 days, cover your expenses, and see where you want to go from there. So, assuming somebody gets to the end of this, they get 6 clients or more, hopefully more, and now they're saying, okay, I don't necessarily love this. I appreciate that I don't have to cover my expenses anymore, but what suggestions do you have for somebody then to diversify this?
Once you get those 6 clients, then what I would do personally, and this is basically what we did, right? Because I know we started with the social media thing. That bought us time, and what we did was we learned reviews. So that was the next tool that we were like, "Oh, this is something that a lot of businesses need." So we learned reviews, and we set up a Google profile for ourselves, for our business. That's what I would say. Learn reviews, set up your Google profile, and then I would hit everyone up and I would send out that the automated review requester. I would send that to all of your social media clients and ask them for a review. And then put that on to your Google profile, right? Those are Google reviews. And now I would go and sell the review, the automated reviewer.
So you take the approach of you have these clients, you've hopefully done good work for them. Now they're giving you reviews and they're experiencing what their clients would experience by them being able to send out review requests. And if you're brand new, High Level has an incredible review blaster, basically, is what I call it,
That's what we call it. I was
inside
trying
of
to
it.
think of the technical name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically an automated review system so that if someone closes a sale, it can automatically within an hour or 30 days or however often they want it to go out, can automatically send review requests out to their customers and they'll see their reviews start going up and up and up. And for you, the setup is so easy. It takes literally less than a minute to set up and it's just automated from there. So it's a great service that they get a lot of benefit out of and you can upsell them to a higher tier package in your software. And if it's not reviews, then you can pick something else. But I think that's the steps that we took to start scaling this thing up.
It doesn't have to be the next step, like Jason said, but it was something that just worked so well for us. And the reason it worked so well was because we just kept it simple, right? We got like really good at this one thing, technically, and then presentation wise, selling it, right? And so all you're going to do with the reviews is learn the reviews. Now you have those 6 clients. Right. And so go back to them, get those reviews, and then ask them, like, hey, would you like to add this to your services? So now maybe those clients they upgrade to 197, right? So there you just doubled your business, right? With just the same clients, the same 6 clients, you just doubled it, right? And then when you start to schedule reviews, now do the same process but just with reviews. So now go out and find your practice client once you're learning, make sure that you have this correctly, right? But then service those people, get that down. Now just go and start with reviews. So instead of finding social media clients, you don't even have to start there. You can reach out to people and say, "Hey, would you like reviews on your business?" Right? Would you like more reviews? And then just sell that. Just sell that, get really good at selling that. And then if you get a yes and you say, "Do you need social media?" I can also throw that in for you. And now that kind of becomes the secondary thing, right?
Yep.
So, and now you're in business for 197 for the most part.
Yeah. And these prices are arbitrary. We start low just because our goal is just to have the easiest sale possible for you in the beginning. If you have the confidence, you come from sales and you say, I think I could sell this for 300 bucks a month, then by all means go out there and give it a shot because you can see there's other services that charge significantly for just social media posting or just reviews. But you can really scale this up as fast as you can learn high level. And like Juanita said, the best thing you just said was you literally can double your revenue overnight by offering this thing. So how often in a 9 to 5 job can you say, okay, today I'm going to go and double my salary today, if unless you're in a direct sales job. It's
Dude,
incredible what you can offer.
yeah. And this is 2 to 3 months. You can just double your paycheck and without getting another single client. You and these people are primed to tell you yes. Like, hopefully, you did a great job for them for their social media. They're already giving you money. So it's just like, that's pretty incredible.
So you can get a free 30-day trial again at ghlfree.com. You'll land on this page. That just gets you going and gets you through having access to all the features that High Level has. And then your max fee that you'll ever pay to High Level for this service is $497. So anything above that, even if you have 10,000 clients at 97 bucks a month, you're still only paying High Level that one low monthly fee, which is just incredible to be able to have your own software company or social media marketing agency for that low of a fee.
Yeah, that's really remarkable. And here's just like another like silver lining. If you fall short a client and you only get 5, you'll just be paying 12 bucks. Like you'll be paying 12 bucks to start your new business. But we do appreciate you guys watching and subscribing and commenting and letting us know with your feedback what you want the next video to be about and to learn step by step how to use this social media poster and planner, just watch this video.
See you later.